Okay everyone, in the last episode I showed you how to make this square in a sketch. In this episode I'm going to show you how to turn this into a cube. So looking at this, it kind of looks like the top of a cube already. So if I looked at it from the very top, you wouldn't know if this was a cube or just a square. And to create a 3D model, basically what we need to do is take this, to create a cube, what we need to do is take this and pull it up 1 inch, if that makes sense. So this is one side, that's 1 inch by 1 inch, and if you wanted to verify that, you can actually just click on one of the sides and it shows the length right here in the bottom right corner. So I can do that for both of these. I can do that between, so I can see the distance between these two right here, 1 inch. Anyways, side tangent. What we're going to do now is extrude this sketch. All extruding is just taking this and pulling it up, or in any direction we want, really. So to do this, first of all, we come over here and we click extrude in the left corner right here. So click on that, and then it's going to ask us for a face or a region to extrude. What I'm going to click on is sketch 1, that one we just made, and you see it automatically pops up to 1 inch. This is the cube that we want. But let's say, for example, I wanted to make it a little bit longer. I can grab this arrow and I can drag it, or I can make it really thin. But actually I just want to make my cube. So I'm going to come over here to the depth and I'm going to type 1 and hit enter. And now we have a cube. So if I want to finish this, I just come over here and hit this green check mark with my left click. And there we have it. There is our cube. So let's say I wanted to go back and change something with it. Let's say I decided I wanted to make it 1.5 inches long. All I would need to do is double left click on extrude 1 and it pulls up this view right here. So I can go and click on depth and change that to 1.5 and hit enter and hit the check mark. And now it's a rectangle. It's 1.5 inches tall and a 1 by 1 inch square. So let's say we wanted to make this hollow, like a rectangle with a square missing out of the bottom and going through it. So what we would do is come over here and click sketch, and it's asking us for a sketch plane. So I can click on one of these 3 planes like we had discussed in the last video, or I can click on the face of this extrude. So I can click on, you see how these are highlighting in yellow? I'm going to click on the top here. So click on the top and you see this sketch plane form around it, this big rectangle here. And then what I'm going to go do is click top. So now I'm looking at the top of my rectangle and I want to put a hole through the middle. So I thought I was going to do a square. I think I want to do a circle now that I think of it. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to left click on the center point circle, click the middle, and then I can pull this out as long as I want. I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to hit the circle again, so now it's in drag mode. And as you can see, I can still move this around. So if you remember from the last video, what I need to do is come over here and hit dimension, and then I'm going to click on my circle, and it's letting me change the diameter. So right now it's 0.35. If I made it 1 inch, what do you think would happen? Well, it's the entire square. So that's not very useful. So actually, I think I'm going to make it 0.5 inches. So hit 0.5, hit enter. Here we have our circle. So now I'm pretty satisfied. I would push that hole through. I'm going to come over here and hit the green check mark. And now if I drag this around, I can see this circle kind of, but there's no hole yet. So if I want to make a hole, again, I'm going to come over here and hit the extrude button. And then I'm going to change it to click remove. So it's saying for me to pick a face or a sketch or a region. I'm going to come over here, click sketch 2. Remove is selected. So if you look, it's like it's missing some. And I can take this arrow actually and drag it. And so now it's coming out the bottom right here. But I know that this is 1.5 inches tall, so I can come over here and type in 1.5. Oops. Select the whole thing, type in 1.5. Now it's covering all the way through. Or there's another option, which is one that I prefer to do, is I can come in here and I can click up to face. And now it's prompting me to pick a face. So what I'm going to do is select this bottom one, and you'll see this whole form. What's great about that is now, if I change my mind and I decide that, hey, maybe this should be just 1 inch tall, the hole goes through just the same. So that, in a nutshell, is what extrude is. You also don't have to make a sketch. So I can come over here, hit extrude, and I can just select this face, and it'll allow me to extrude that. I can also select this face, it'll let me extrude that. And you can change the number, and again, you could do stuff, more stuff, but for right now, we'll just be changing the number. But I don't want to do any of that, and I wish I just had my original cube back. So what I'm going to do is hit the back button. And then I'll come back here, and I will hit 1 inch. And there we have it. There is our finalized cube that we extruded ourselves. Great job, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.